Atlanta Falcons preview. Michael Penix, Bijan Robinson, and Drake London. Get a complete 2025 fantasy football breakdown of the Atlanta Falcons, including player rankings, breakout candidates, and position-by-position analysis to help you win your league. The Falcons have not had a winning season since 2017. They are coming off their best showing, 8-9, putting them on the doorstep of a potential playoff berth. Raheem Morris returns for his second stint as head coach. Over 5 years with Tampa and Atlanta, he has a 29-47 record, with his best showing 10-6, coming in 2010. His NFL coaching career started in 2002 with the Buccaneers, defensive quality control coach. Zach Robinson returns to run the Falcons offense for his second year. He worked in the Rams coaching system from 2019 to 2023, with his highest title being pass game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Atlanta jumped to 6th in offensive yards last season, but failed to match that ranking in points scored, 389 13th. After 4 seasons as the Jets' defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich was New York's interim head coach for the 2024 season, which included 12 games, 3-9. He started his pro career in Atlanta in 2015, a team he worked for over 6 seasons. Last year, the Falcons ranked 23rd in points allowed, 423, and yards allowed. Atlanta Falcons offense. The Falcons remain a run-first team, but they have multiple skill players who should lead them to success in the near future. They rank 10th in rushing yards, 2,219, with 18 rushing touchdowns and 10 runs of 20 yards or more. They were one of 7 NFL teams that failed to break the 40-yard mark on a running play. Atlanta climbed to 7th in passing yards, 4,283, with 21 touchdowns and 19 interceptions. Their offensive line allowed 32 sacks. The Falcons gained 7.7 yards per pass attempt. Atlanta Falcons quarterbacks. Michael Penix, Atlanta. Penix came to the NFL with 6 years of college experience at Indiana and Washington. He suffered a torn right ACL in 2018, a right shoulder issue in 2019, another torn right ACL in 2020, and a left shoulder injury in 2021. The move to Washington resulted in 2 excellent seasons, 25-3, with 9,644 combined yards, 74 touchdowns, and 19 interceptions. His knee issues resulted in only 100 rushing yards on 70 attempts with 7 scores. His passing stats were helped by an average of 36.0 passes per game. After watching over 10 minutes of Penix's highlights, there is no doubt he can succeed in the deep passing game if he has a clean pocket and time to throw. Of all the passes I watched, he was pressured or flushed from the pocket on only 4 plays, suggesting he will be a much different player in the NFL. Washington allowed only 19 sacks in 2022-7 and 2023-12, showing the softness of the pass rush in the Pac-12. When needing to drive the ball, Penix had to work harder with his base and shoulder to deliver the pass. NFL defenses will force Penix to move to test his legs and accuracy. He turns 25 on May 8th, and I've never been a fan of drafting older quarterbacks this early. His previous injuries and expected number hits make him a risky investment as a franchise quarterback. Atlanta rewarded Penix with a 4-year, $22.9 million contract in June of last season after selecting him 8th overall in the 2024 NFL Draft. W.R. Romo Duns made his job easier over the past 2 seasons at Washington, and his ability to get open and make plays helped Penix get paid in the NFL. The Falcons gave Penix 3 starts late in 2024. He passed for 737 yards with 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, while showing weakness in his completion rate, 58.0. Defenses sacked him 3 times in his starting matchups. Fantasy outlook. The quarterback opportunity in Atlanta is in Penix's hands this year, but Kirk Cousins is still on the roster. In the early draft season, he ranks 22nd at quarterback. The Falcons have 2 talented receiving options, Drake London and Darnell Mooney, and an excellent running back, Bijan Robinson, while still waiting to see if Kyle Pitts can find his expected rhythm in his 5th NFL season. Penix falls in the risky bet area for me until he proves himself over a full season. At best, league average passing touchdowns with more weak passing games than winning ones. Kirk Cousins, ATL. Cousins set career highs in completions for 24 and pass attempts 643 in 2022, with his second-best showing in passing yards for 1,547. A shorter passing window, 46 sacks, led to a drop in yard per pass attempt, 7.1. After a slow first 8 games, 1,999 passing yards and 13 touchdowns, he produced 4 impact games, 298-3, for 25-2, for 60-4, and 301-3, over the following 7 weeks. Cousins finished 6th in quarterback scoring, 354.95, in line with his previous 2 seasons. With Minnesota, Cousins posted a 50-37-1 record, highlighted by a completion rate, 67.9%. He averaged 32 touchdowns over his first 5 seasons with the Vikings while missing only 2 games. In 2023, his season ended after 8 games due to a torn Achilles. Cousins opened 2023 with success in 3 games, 344/2, 364/4, and 367/3. Unfortunately, he lost Justin Jefferson in Week 5, but the Vikings still threw well in Week 7, 378-2, and Week 8, 274-2, before losing their starting quarterback. Cousins was on pace to pass for 4,953 yards and 38 touchdowns. Atlanta signed him to a 4-year contract in March and added Michael Penix in the first round of the 2024 NFL Draft. Cousins had a reasonable start last year over his first 9 games, 328/17, highlighted by 2 outcomes, 509-4 and 292-4, both against Tampa Bay. He was benched for the next 5 games, 1,180 passing yards with only 1 touchdown and 9 interceptions. Fantasy outlook. Based on his career path, Cousins has the experience and resume to have a bounce-back year. Unfortunately, he will have to wait for Michael Penix to fail or get injured. The Falcons could also trade him over the summer or even at the trade deadline. Other options: Easton Stick, Emory Jones. Atlanta Falcons running backs. The Falcons running backs ran well last season, leading to a 3-year high in rushing touchdowns, 17, and rushing attempts, 465. They had a rebound in yards per rush, 4.8 to 4.1 in 2023. The change in passing structure in quarterbacks resulted in fewer receiving chances, 73/5, 13/1 on 84 targets. Bijan Robinson, Atlanta. In 31 games at Texas, Robinson gained 4,215 combined yards with 41 touchdowns and 60 catches. The Longhorns gave him 277 touches in 2022, highlighted by a success in the run game, 258-1, 580-18. His best pass-catching opportunity came in 2021, 26/295/4. After a dominant breakout season that saw him climb into the ranks of the NFL's elite, Drake London now faces the single biggest question of his career. Can he sustain that production with a rookie quarterback? For 2 years, fantasy managers and Falcons fans saw flashes of brilliance mixed with frustrating inconsistency. His 866-yard rookie campaign was solid, but his sophomore season was a step back, plagued by poor quarterback play and a run-heavy scheme that capped his potential. He was a player defined by what-ifs. Then, the arrival of Kirk Cousins changed everything. In 2024, London exploded. He shattered expectations, hauling in 100 receptions for over 1,270 yards and 9 touchdowns, finishing as a top 5 fantasy wideout. He commanded a massive 158 targets, proving that with a capable quarterback, he wasn't just a good receiver. He was a dominant alpha. He was consistent, he was explosive, and he finally delivered on his first-round draft pedigree. But now, the stability of a veteran quarterback is gone, replaced by the high-ceiling, high-uncertainty talent of rookie Michael Penix Jr. This single change casts a shadow over London's 2025 outlook. The offensive game plan, which finally unlocked London, could shift again to support a first-year signal caller. The quality and consistency of his targets are no longer a guarantee. Despite this, the fantasy market is still betting on the talent. London is currently being drafted as a top 10 wide receiver, a price that bakes in his proven ability but discounts the risk of a rookie QB. The projection is for another 100-catch season with potential for even more yards and touchdowns, a bet on the offensive scheme and London's skill set winning out. He's no longer a value pick. He's a premium investment with a new layer of risk. Are you willing to bet on Drake London's talent at his current high price? Or is a rookie quarterback situation a red flag you can't ignore? Let us know your draft strategy in the comments. Drake London has proven he belongs in the elite tier. His 2025 season will now determine if he's a superstar who can elevate a rookie, or if his production is tied directly to the veteran under center.